Sports bettors, you need to download Sharps, the better social network. With Sharps mobile app, you can tailor your friends' bets with one click. See a bet you like? Just click the whale tail icon and boom, it will open in your corresponding sportsbook. Sharp securely connects to major sportsbooks like FanDuel, MGM, Caesars, and more, so you can not only track your bets, but share your bets in creative ways. So gather the degens, download Sharps for free, and join our fast-growing sports betting community.
First one will be the Green Bay Packers going on the road to take on the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, man. The Lions always a staple on Thanksgiving. I think every single season they come in and it's like, oh, how many wins or losses are they going to achieve, this season? It's like, why out of all the teams in the NFL do we have the Lions playing on Thanksgiving when everybody's just sitting and eating and watching, right? But now they have a team. They have a remarkable team that's playing, highly motivated, great coaching, kind of a nice smash mouth type of persona that they have, with David Montgomery, Gibbs, and obviously Dan Campbell, and a really solid defense as well, led by Hutchinson. So, I mean, I'm excited, actually to watch this game. It's also against the Packers, right? So it's like, all right, hell with you guys. Like, let's throw the Lions over here. So Packers have one of the worst run defenses, and I think I mentioned this before. Last week when I was talking about the Bears and the matchup with the Lions there, and just like how the Bears were really good against stopping the run. But yeah, just conversely here, Packers are pretty bad at it. And, I think that's also where Jared Goff is going to excel a little bit, bounce back from what he, was doing last week. I think the defense is a little banged up too. It's a shorter week as well. So it's like usually that favors the better team overall, and that is the Lions here. So yeah, I have to go with the Lions, and very much kind of going to be cheering for them here. They're 7.5-point favorites. I'm going to bet the over. Actually, I think that they'll be able to run the ball, be able to control the clock. I think the defense will be able to get to Love, and honestly, I think this could just be a good, like probably the greatest day in like Detroit sports history in a while. I feel like so. Yeah, I'm going to pick the Lions here.
Yeah, I'm with you. Reversing their luck on Turkey Day, like you're saying, they're always kind of a basement dweller come this day, and it's always like, you're eating your turkey, you're starting to get really tired, you're winding down, all you can watch is Lions football. It's like, man, the day can't get any more tiring and stuff. But yeah, completely new era. Like you're saying, even last week with Goff, struggling a little bit, throwing the interceptions, Bears playing some pretty inspired football. The running game never stops. I mean, that's something that's a complete consistent for the Lions, whether it's Montgomery, Gibbs, doesn't really matter. I mean, they rush for 5 yards a carry against those Bears. I see them keeping it going here against the 17th ranked defense in Green Bay. Green Bay, also ranks near the bottom of the league in takeaways. So in a lot of ways, I just feel like, they could secure the rock, pound it, get the yards where they need to get them, lean back on that top 10 defense as well against Jordan Love, who, had a better game, this last week against the Chargers. I mean, definitely, got above 300 yards passing, a couple of scores as well, but, he's facing a different animal, no pun intended, this weekend. So, for what it's worth, I think, Detroit could probably, ramp up their pressure a little bit more on D. Feels like in the last couple of weeks, they haven't really been getting, a ton of sacks, a ton of pressures, hits on the quarterback and stuff. But, I think with Love and the Packers, they may have their opportunity here.
Yeah, I mean, Hutchinson, I'm sure he's going to be excited about this. Yeah, I think they were talking about he hasn't really gotten like a sack in a while or something like that during that game. So, yeah, I think they're going to be hungry to, get some pressure on Love. And then, run the ball with Montgomery, Gibbs, and, have Jared Goff just dissect them and be more methodical than I think where he was last game. So, yeah, and if the Packers are fully healthy, they definitely have a fighting chance here. I was looking at their injury report. It was basically their entire defense. So that's always where I have, I guess some question marks of like, okay, is, Alexander going to be there? Is Campbell going to be there? Is Kenny Clark going to be there? There's a number of different players to keep an eye out on there. But yeah, you still gotta love what the Lions are doing right now, and yeah, kind of on the biggest day of the year right here in Thanksgiving. So I feel like this is just a great opportunity for them to showcase all this, like all the fun stuff that's been happening for anybody that hasn't been paying attention to the Lions.
Yeah. And I think they're down. You might have mentioned this, but Aaron Jones as
Mm.
well. It's like not really sure what they're going to be doing out of the backfield themselves to establish, their run game. Maybe it's AJ Dillon. Jaden Reed's looked a little bit better rushing the ball and, making some catches too. So maybe they get creative in that sense. But yeah, I think they let their guard down a little bit against the Bears. I think getting that big victory will definitely wake them up. And I don't think they're going to be, asleep at the wheel, I think, for the first half. And then they come out and play tough and definitely get, some points on the board early.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna be hungry like right off the bat. I feel like, and with all the excitement of Thanksgiving Day, I see them coming out playing tenaciously on the defensive end, or just running through them on the offensive end, just carrying that momentum through the game. So yeah, it was a good game by Jordan Love. I think it was like the first 300 passing game since like 2021 or something like that. So good on them for having that. And but I just think that, yeah, carrying into this week now, harder matchup than the Chargers, who they've definitely given up some high numbers there on the passing game. It seems like so. Much better on the run game, but yeah, I think that this is just not a good matchup for the Packers, and I don't care about that. So yeah, just go Lions here. I think really excited to see them actually perform and looks like get a big W, I think, on Thanksgiving Day.